Hello everyone, my name is Timothy Lee Grant. So I have not done a sliding window problem in a little while, so I decided, okay, well, let's try to refresh our memory and make sure that we don't lose it. So just gonna pick a random one, and here is the next medium, or the closest medium. All right, so number 1456, maximum number of vowels in a substring of given length. Okay, so first observation is trying to remember, okay, what are the use cases for when we're supposed to use a two pointers or sliding window. So what I remember is sliding window, it gives you, it's a technique by which you are able to answer the question of what you have an array or some data, and you are trying to find out a subset of that data. So for example, like a word within a array, right? And so you're able to keep track, either a running sum or the combination of letters or something, but you care about the position in which the array, the window is there. So you can slide it here, or you can grow it out and shift it over, kind of jiggle it, you know. So we'll see, how do we care about the data which is inside of our window? That's the question that I want to figure out, and that's what I'm going to be trying to attack this problem as. So maximum number of vowels in a substring. So again, it's a substring. Okay, cool. That means that it is asking about the number of vowels within some window, right? And I want to, that's the question that I have, is how many vowels are in here, okay? Given a substring s and an integer k, return the maximum number of vowels, letters, in any substring s with length k. Okay, so hold on, this seems too easy. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the problem, because what I would do is just, if it's fixed, if it's k, and I have a window of 3, and then I look how many i's are in there, and then I slide through it and just take the maximum of whatever I find, right? Like I would come here and I would say, oh, let's just take this as an example. So let's go like this and do this, and then come here, and so I'm gonna have this right here. And I'm gonna have my left and my right, and then max is initially going to be at 0. So I'm gonna see how many i's are in, or how many vowels are in here, and there's 1, so I'm gonna update this to be 1. Then I'm gonna move my window over by 1, kind of like this, and then say how many vowels are in here. Well, there's only 1 still, so then I'm gonna move over again, go like this. Okay, how many vowels in here? There's 2, like that. And then I'm gonna come here and move this over by 1. So I'm moving the window over each time. Now there's 3 in here, like that. And then I come in here and go like this. And now there's 2 vowels in here, so I don't update max. I'm gonna come in here, just move this back over here. And then I do that right there. So now there is 2 in here. And then I come like that right here. And there's only 1, so I don't update max. So what does it want me to return though? Return the maximum number of vowels. So then I would just return 3. Okay? Yeah, so it seems like it will work. All of the letters are in lowercase, okay? So let's just try to do that. So first I am going to build my window. So I'm going to say max is equal to 0. So we're going to start off with 0. And then I'm going to say if string, no, if I'm going to come here, length of s is going to be equal to length s, like that. Then I'm going to come if length of s is less than window, my window. So for example, what I'm trying to check here is the case, what if this was actually like just s equals ab and k is equal to like 5. Now my window is going to have 5, but I can't even fit that. Okay, so in this case, what do I need to do? I need to, maybe I can just build my window first, and then I stop on the condition of whichever one is terminates first. So if I hit the end of the string, I terminate, or if I hit my window size, I terminate. Okay, so yeah. What I can do is I will need a left and a right pointer, right? So left is going to be equal to 0, and right is also going to be equal to 0 because they're currently at the same place. So what I'm doing right now to build my window, I have like this. Okay, so nothing is added. Nothing is added. I haven't put anything in my thing. And they're both at the 0th index. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this a, and I'm going to have it like this, right? So what I need to do is while my right, because my right is the only one that's going to be moving, I'm going to add this a, then I'm going to add this b, and then I'm going to add this c, and then I stop at this condition. So while right is less than k, okay, and then I'm purposely introducing that error because I don't know what I want to do, either and or right is what, less is greater than or equal to length of s. So I want to protect against the bounds, but I need to think through that a little bit more of like what actually I need to write there. So I'm going to come here, and then what do I want to do? I want to build my window. So I want to add, I'm going to go current is equal to 0. So the current is going to be how many vowels are currently in my window. So if s indexed at r in vowel set. Okay, now I need to create vowel set. Vowel set is going to be equal to set like this, and then vowel set dot add. I want to add a and e and I and O and U. Okay, so if this is in my vowel set, then what do I want to do? I want to current plus equals 1, so I want to increase my current. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, that is the part where I add this letter. Okay, so now I need to move my right over by 1. So right plus equals 1. So I'm moving that over. Okay. What is my stopping condition? So whenever I do these problems, I always struggle with these off by 1. Okay? So I need to think through this. First, let me get this. So I want to keep going while both conditions are true. So while this one is true and while this one is true. Okay? And once one of them is no longer true, I want to break. Now, what I want to do is it equal to or just here? So let's take this example. R is going to be, so I'm going to start off R is 0, right? And that corresponds to this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, I'm going to add this, and then I'm going to increase R by 1, okay? Then I'm going to come here, I'm going to add this B, and then I'm going to increase R by another 1, so 2. Now, starts at 0, right? Did I do that? 0 was here, and then I added it here, 1, and then added it there, and there's 2 elements in there. That doesn't feel right. So the first thing, or something that I do want to notice is I'm still struggling with these off by 1 kind of things. I need to maybe just keep practicing. I mean, honestly, doing this right here and struggling with it is one of the best ways that I can improve on these off by 1 errors. So all right, so let's look, and the length is going to be how many elements? So there's 2 elements in there. So at the end of this, it should be, I want to break at this condition, right? Because I don't want them to be equal. I don't want, my R is going to be adding the next one. And the next one doesn't exist. Okay. How about this one? K. So let's just say K is here. K is 3, right? So this is at 0 right here. I'm going to add it, and then it's going to be 1. Then I want to go again, add it, it's 2. Then I want to go again, add it, it's 3. And at this point, I don't want to add it again because then I would be adding this one. So I don't want equals to. Okay, I think that's accurate. Now what I should be able to do, okay, is say, like, while right is less than length of s. Now we're going to keep iterating through this. And notice if I've already hit this case right here, then this one is not going to run, and we're immediately going to come here and return our max. No. Okay. The other thing that I realized is I need to set max num is equal to current, which is how many vowels we found in our window. All right, so now what I can do is I come here and I just do the sliding window. So what I want to do, I want to say, I want to kick a letter out, Okay, I want to kick left out. So what I want to do is if S evaluated at my left index in vowel set, if this left one is a vowel, I want to decrease the number of vowels that I have. Okay, because it's no longer in my window. That's kicking it out. Then what I want to do is left plus equals 1. So I'm moving that pointer over by 1. Now I do a very similar thing. So if right, and now I need to think of if it's right or right plus 1, but S evaluated at right in vowel set, then current plus equals 1. I'm saying our window contains a vowel, so I'm increasing. And then what I want to do is right plus equals 1, so I'm moving my right over by 1. And then I want to say so then I want to say max num is equal to max of the current max num and current. Okay. So this will terminate when once this hits but not equal to the length, which means that I am going to be, so right is going to, I want it to terminate right here. Okay, and now I had just processed this one. Okay, and then I move it, and what is this one? This one is going to be index of 1 less than the length of S. Okay, and then I moved my right over by 1, making it equal to length of S, and because this is not equal to, it terminates. Okay. I think this might work. I don't know about this syntax, and I don't know if I got an off by 1 error. I'm going to just run it and see what's up. Okay, so it didn't like this. Do I need to do it like 5 times? That seems pretty annoying. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, E, I, O, and U. Let's see if it likes this. Okay, well, wrong answers. Oh boy. Okay, so we got all zeros, which indicate so I'm going to check my conditions and see. Well, R is less than K, and R is 0, so that's going to hit. R is greater than length of, less than length of S, right? So That should work, and then I'm increasing it, okay. And then, well, it's less than the length. I mean, that seems fine too. And I'm updating this number each time. This current is being subtracted, so I'm protecting it. Okay. Here. Let's press that submit. Oh, I hope it works. Yes! Okay. That's actually pretty cool because I saw the problem and I immediately knew how to do it, and it wasn't even a question. Now, the implementation, obviously, I need more practice about my off by ones. I need practice thinking about those pointers, how you're moving them, how you're dynamically doing all that. I need more practice. But previously, I would look at a Leetcode question. Number one, I wouldn't even understand the question. I would be looking at it and say, what is it even asking? I couldn't understand the question. Then if I understood the question, I had zero idea about how I could even go about solving it. This one I was able to just do it. Now, obviously, I did have an advantage. I knew sliding window, and so I kind of had that little hint. But as I've been saying multiple times, what I tried to do when learning sliding window a long time ago was one of the things that I did was made sure that when I was going through my problems, all sliding window, going through my problems, I would ask myself, okay, well, I see how sliding window solves this specific question. Okay, then I see how sliding window solves this other specific question. And then I tried to generalize it, like what do these two questions have in common, and how would I have been able to identify that it was sliding window? And one of the things that I noticed was it always had that relationship between you have something within a substring, or you're trying to keep track of some number or amount or combination within a section, a subsection. And so I think that I might have been, like, when we were reading the question, it just seemed obvious, like, okay, well, it is sliding window. And then it seemed obvious about, like, oh, okay, well, I see how you do it. Which is really exciting because Leetcode is so difficult for me, and I've been struggling with it for a very long time. Obviously, there's like so many different questions, and I need to right like there's still a long ways to go, but it's definitely really encouraging to be able to get this question and kind of just see it and be like, yeah, I think I see how to do this, and then be able to go about actually implementing that solution. I mean, that's pretty cool. So thank you guys for watching this video. I'll be doing more Leetcode videos. I also do a bunch of project videos, so trying to gain the skills required to become a specifically back-end software engineer. That's my goal. That's where I'm trying to head. That's what my YouTube channel is dedicated to, is trying to gain those skills and be able to break into that industry. So thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to if you want to follow me along in this journey. I'd love to have you come along for the ride. So yeah, thank you for watching. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and I'll see you guys very soon with another video.